These are the top 3 XP farms in Minecraft Bedrock 1.20. The first one is a fully AFK Kelp XP farm. The first step to build it will be to build a redstone clock. In order to create such a clock, you'll need 4 blocks in a T-shape like this, and you want to remove this one. Instead of that block, you want to place a redstone repeater facing this way, then a redstone torch in front of this block, and at the back side you want to place a redstone dust. As you can see, this will create a redstone clock, and you can place a lever right here to shut it off. Then you want to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 redstone dusts in a line, and you want to place 1, 2, 3, 4 sticky pistons in these positions. You should have a 1 block gap right here. Now, underneath these piston arms, you want to remove the blocks. This is very important, otherwise the farm won't work. Once you got that, you can go ahead and place sand in front of all the sticky pistons, as well as on top of them like this. Then behind the sand, you want to place 4 blocks like this, as well as in front of the sand right here. And also at both sides, you want to create a wall out of 6 solid blocks. Just by the way, I have a resource pack installed that shows me the chunk borders. This is just to ensure that my farm is within one single chunk and does not cross a chunk border, as you can see. As the next step, you want to remove the 4 blocks in front of the sand, and instead you want to place hoppers all funneling towards this block right here. Instead of that block, we go ahead and place a chest, so we connected all of the 4 hoppers to this chest. On top of the hoppers, we want to place smokers and then 1 more line out of hoppers. Each one should be connected with the smoker below. Then, in front of the smokers, you can place some levers. We'll need that to collect the experience later. Now what you want to do is to place a row out of blocks behind our sand, and then on top you want to place some pistons all facing towards the sand, so in this direction. On top of the pistons, you then want to place another row out of blocks. Here you want to place a wall that has the size 3 by 3. And you want to repeat the same thing on the other side, so place 3, 6 and 9 blocks like this. Now on top of the hoppers you want to place some glass panes like this, and then behind that you want to place 2 rows out of glass blocks looking like that. If you now go ahead and place the water right here, then as you can see, this construction will allow the water to flow down and then 1 block towards the hoppers, so the hoppers will collect all of the kelp. And we can now go ahead and place the kelp one on top of each sand block. To finish off our project, we also need to connect these pistons to the redstone system. In order to do this, you want to remove this block right next to the redstone dust and place a redstone torch at the side of the block instead. On top, place a block, then another redstone torch at the same side should go off. 1 more block on top of that redstone torch, another redstone torch right here, block, redstone torch, then 1 block in this position, so next to the other block, and 4 blocks right here underneath the pistons. Then you just place 5 redstone dust to connect all of the pistons to our system, and now all of the farm is set up. Now you just need to flick this lever right here, and as you can see, this will produce a ton of kelp, somewhat glitchy. All of the kelp will funnel in these smokers, and I recommend putting 2 coal in each smoker to power it for a short time. We don't need more because, as you can see, you can craft this dried kelp that is produced in the farm into dried kelp blocks like this, and this will allow you to power the smokers instead of the coal. Now you just need to let the farm run, maybe do something else in the time, or just stand AFK in front of it. The more kelp you let burn through, the more experience you'll get later. Also make sure to fill up all the dried kelp blocks. Now let's say you waited a good time, maybe some hours or something like that, how to collect the experience. This is very simple. What you need to do is just to flick these levers. This will power the hoppers below these smokers and they won't take out any items. As you can see, you can just collect them and this will give you all the experience. In this case, I only waited 10 minutes and already got 6 levels. You can just calculate how many experience levels you can get within a couple of hours. Once you collected all of the experience, you just need to repeat the whole process, so power the farm again and wait a couple of hours or so. Next, we got a fully AFK fish XP farm. This farm is extremely easy and fast to set up. You just need to dig out 4 blocks like this, Then you want to place a double chest right here and a hopper connected to the double chest at the side. Then on top of the hopper you want to place a fence and a pressure plate on top of that fence. Now you just need to waterlock the fence like this, and the water will automatically flow into the hole we created before. Now behind the water right here you want to place a node block with a temporal block on top like dirt or something like that, and then you want to place a trapdoor at the side of this block. If you flick the trapdoor it should open that way. Now you can close the trapdoor again and remove the block, and our farm is set up. In order to gain the most experience in the shortest time, I recommend having the Lure 3 enchantment on your fishing rod. If you want, you can also enchant it with Unbreaking, Mending and Luck of the Sea to get more treasure loot out of it. To use the farm, what you want to do is to stand right on top of the chest in front of the pressure plate, and then you want to aim at the top of the pressure plate, so right here or something like this. Then if you click once, as you can see, the pressure plate gets activated, and you just have to click continuously. As you can see, the fishing rod will automatically retract once you got a fish, so the only thing you have to do is to click continuously and the farm will do its job. However, if you want to use the farm fully AFK, then you need to use an auto-clicker. On mobile or PC, you can just install it via the App Store or something like this. If you are on a console, you need to use a remote app for Xbox, PlayStation or Nintendo. This will allow you to mirror everything from your console to your PC or mobile device, and of course there you can use the autoclicker. If you are on PC, I have a good autoclicker for you on my Discord server. You need to set it up like this, set the click interval to 500 milliseconds, so half a second. The mouse button should be right, and everything else set up like this. Then you just need to bind a hotkey to your start button. Then back in the game you just need to stand right on top of the chest again, aim with your fishing rod at the top of the pressure plate, and then just activate the auto clicker. As you can see, it will just work perfectly and will give you all the experience you need after some time. In addition, it will also give you some good items which will either be in your inventory or in the chest right here. Last but not least, we got the gold XP farm. First step will be to place 4 pistons in this windmill shape looking like this, so you have a 2x2 in the middle. Then you want to place a redstone torch at the side of the piston and an observer facing it. You want to do this on all 4 pistons. Now once you did this, you can choose which side your front side will be. I choose this one and place a lever right here. Flick it once, then throw the trident inside, flick it a second time, and this will give you a perfect trident killer. Now what you want to do is to place a layer of blocks on top of that trident killer, but you want to leave open the front side. Then place a second layer on top of your first layer, but this time all the way around. And now we created a hole right here where you want to place 2 trapdoors like this. This will allow us to look inside of the farm and collect all the experience, but the piglin won't hit us. On top of these 2 layers we already built, you want to add 18 more layers. Once you got that tower set up, you want to come to one side of the tower, and then you want to extend out by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks. Then take it all the way around, so you have a nice platform at one side of the whole thing, and fill it in like this. Now on the opposite side you want to do the same thing, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks into one direction, then 3 in this direction, and now just fill in the entire platform. After you did this, you want to create a wall that is 2 blocks high and going all the way around our platform. As you can see, I'm finished with this, and I can place in my water streams, so just place 2 water sources in this corner and 2 in the other corner as well. If you build everything correctly, then the water stream should end right at the edge here. And now take out a locator map, open it, and then you want to go to the northwest corner of our farm. So this is north, this is west, and this is the northwest corner of the whole thing. Then on the long side you just want to place a row out of obsidian going all the way to the end. And now at the end you want to stack up 22 more blocks of obsidian, so we are at Y88 and we want to go to Y110. Of course you probably will have other Y levels. Then just connect both sides to a full nether portal. After you got that, you want to come to the back side of the portal and then you want to align yourself with this exact block right here. So this is not the last block, but the second to last block of our portal, and you want to drop down, and then you just want to stack up some blocks at that position. As you can see, we should be right here next to the portal. On top of this block, you want to place a dispenser that faces the nether portal. Then you want to destroy the block below, and you want to place an observer instead. That should face downwards. Then you want to destroy this block as well and place an observer, but this time facing upwards. Then you want to destroy these 2 more blocks and place a sticky piston instead with a gap of 1 block to the next observer. Then go inside the dispenser and put a powder snow bucket inside. Now once you did this, you want to destroy every other block of that tower and replace it with a redstone torch. As you can see, after I did this, the clock is still running, so we need a lever right at the last block, and you want to flick it to shut the whole thing off for now. Now you want to get to the other side of the nether portal, and then you want to stack up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks in this direction, 2 in this direction, and then just create a rectangle out of these 2 sides looking like this. Then you want to place an observer facing this way, right at this block, and now just fill in some more observers all looking towards the opposite direction, so you have this exact pattern. Now you want to place 7 oak doors all next to the observers facing the portal, and then just surround everything with a wall of blocks like this. And after you did this, you can place your final lava bucket, which is located right in the middle of this machine. And as you can see, this will light up the portal. If you want, you can also go ahead and remove some of these blocks and replace them with glass, so you can see what's going on inside of the whole farm. Now I did this, of course it is up to you, but as you can see, I removed the blocks next to the trapdoors as well and replaced them with glass, because then they won't get powered and won't flick around. To use the farm, you just need to activate the trident killer and then the entire farm at the backside of the portal. And then this should activate the nether portal, and the nether portal should go on and off all the time. All the zombie piglins will get killed, and you automatically get all the experience if you stand right next to the trident killer. You can also add a storage system or item sorter to the whole farm. I have a tutorial in the description for you. These were my top 3 experience farms for 1.20. I hope you enjoyed the video and it helped you for your world. I hope we see us again in the next video. See ya!